afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is YouTube, myself, Brother Juan, the Fabulous Four, Brother Shane, and Brother Jamie. We're here working on the bird's mouth and the soffit over the building right now. Of course, it's getting close to the Shabbat, and we're going to cut that thing off here in just a minute. But we're building the bird's mouth, for the end of the buildings and stuff, to close it in for insulation purposes and stuff. Hey, I know I say it all the time. I'm going to say it again. Things are getting really, really bad. And I don't mean to be a bearer of bad news and be pessimistic in the times that we live in. I really, truly don't. But I know that there's a bunch of disinformation that's going on out here. And people are just simply not being honest with you about what's going on, especially with the economy, what you call religion. People are just not being honest. And the reason why they're not being honest is because they want you to be caught in deception and unprepared. When you get people like myself and Pastor Fox and Zach and them that makes these videos, we're actually doing this to benefit you. We really truly are, to benefit you, to give you an avenue to help your mind stretch in regions and have things presented to it that it normally wouldn't be. Things in preparedness that you normally would not talk about, because I can tell you right now, there's nothing about these Christian churches, there's nothing about even a lot of these movements that call themselves faith-based that's going to do anything whatsoever at all to prepare you from the upcoming economic pending judgment here in America, the economic collapse in this society. It's just a shame. It ain't going to happen. But if you continue to keep listening to us, you'll have direction a little bit at a time. It's like this morning. I was at Walmart this morning, and I came home with 10 or 15 canned goods to store because I know what's coming. And I just don't want to see you deceived. I just don't want to see you hurting. And especially I don't want to see the children hurting, because the children, ultimately, they're following their parents, and they can't make choices and decisions. But however, they're going to be either a victim, or either they're going to benefit from the decisions that the parents have chosen to make in life. And I know that everything does. You can tell everything is slowing down and declining, and you can tell that that things are getting rough. We're dealing with high taxation without representation. We're being taxed on every end, and we're watching the economy slow down. We're watching people slow down on the roads as the gas prices get higher and food prices continue to keep going through the roof. But you have to make adjustments. You have to start doing things, because the government's not going to do it for you. I mean, after all, our government is buying 1.5 billion rounds of hollow points. What do you think they're doing that for? They're actually doing that. You think they're doing that because they want to limit AR-15s from their use against the citizenry here in the United States of America? No, let's just tell the truth. We're gearing up for an old-fashioned revolution across this country, and the government knows it, and it's in their best interest to keep you dumb, dormant, docile, and demoralized to where you don't know anything is going on, and you continue to keep going on with life as usual. So when they do roll out the FEMA camps, when they do roll out all this other stuff that they have planned for you, that you'll be unprepared. And that's the reason why I tell you to get out of the cities. I just had somebody make a comment a minute ago, wondering how in the world did I learn how to do all these trades. And it's simple. I moved out of the city into the country. I've had faithful brethren that's been with me a long, long time. Brother Shane, that's that brother right there. That's Elder Shane right there. Brother Shane, he's been with me from the very beginning of the ministry. And it's impossible. It is impossible. Elder Doug, Brother Doug Bell, and Brother Richard Flairman, these brothers have been through me through thick and thin from the very beginning and the very outset. And it's hard to even get a community, much less a ministry, going without faithful brethren who's going to stand with you and stand by you no matter what. And he's also added brothers in the years past that has gone on, right after us, that are still here, that are faithful brethren. There's Brother Juan on the camera, and there's Brother Jamie over there. Some of y'all see Brother Jamie around building and stuff, but you have people having trouble and difficulty over fellowshipping and wondering who's this and who's that, who's a Israelite, who's Israel, and who's not. I tell you who the Israelites are, the ones that can obey Yah and keep the commandments, and the people who can actually get it done without a bunch of belly aching and carrying on and making excuses for certain situations. If there's any hypocrisy in anyone, rather than trying to discover it in everybody else, discover it in yourself first, and that way you'll be able to clearly see everybody else. But you're going to have to make some moves. You're going to have to make some changes. I'm going to keep on pounding his drum and bringing his hammer until the actual collapse fall. I mean, you look at a little travel trailer. That little thing been sitting there probably 10 years. It's been sitting just like that for 10 years. And that little travel trailer right now is just a storage facility. This summer, because we're not building any more buildings, we're going to slow down this and we're going to perfect the things and finish the things that we already have done. But this summer, we're going to put our hands to that thing. And we're going to actually put our hands to that thing because that thing is going to be a living quarters for either a single brother or single sister or somebody who is a faithful Israelite that may need a place to come rather than everybody running around like a bunch of refugees. But anyway, I've said enough. I got to get back to work here. The Shabbat is getting ready to come in. We're getting ready to close this thing off early. I hope I said something to stimulate thought in your mind as well as those who you may pass this on to. And by the way, pass this on and maybe you'll be able to stimulate thought in others and help provoke them to do some good works and to prepare themselves because you sure ain't going to get it on that TV camera. So